All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and get into the extended reading. Thank you so much for being part of my Patreon team. Two more shuffles. Let's look at your person's Pisces, person Pisces is dealing with. Let's look at their mental, emotional, and behavioral space, please. One card each. Two more shuffles. This person can be feeling very emotionally lonely or depressed as well, because I keep seeing the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All right. Ooh, all major arcana. Okay. All right. This person is, I think, determined to move forward. You could be dealing with a Cancer, or being affected by Cancer season. We are in Cancer season. You could be affected by the new moon in Cancer energy, or your person is. But I think they are determined. They are just thinking about progression and I think moving forward, moving on. And I don't want to say like moving on from you, but in a sense, yeah, kind of moving on to things, just moving on. If this isn't working, if nothing's happening here, if there's no production or there's no progress being made with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and this cycle can't close, there's no completion, there's no success, I think this person is just thinking about how they can move on, like the best way to move forward, to keep going, to keep moving forward. This person is probably very ambitious. They probably are just trying to look towards new opportunities. Doesn't mean new relationships, just new opportunities in general. This could also mean moving forward with commitment. This person may have wanted to be committed with you, but I think this person is determined for victory. I think maybe this person sees how beautiful this connection is, and they could be trying to just push through and push forward no matter what. They could be trying to figure out how to, like, they could be scheming too with the Seven of Swords. They could have their own schemes and plans and ideas about how to achieve this Ten of Cups with you, and they could be trying to push forward no matter what, like against all odds, you know, trying to be triumphant here because of how beautiful this connection is. In their heart space, I think they're going through their own transformation. This is Scorpio energy, but they are not resisting this. I think they are going through their own changes and transitions. This does represent an ending and a new beginning, a renewal, or an era coming to a close. And I think emotionally, this person is just going through a lot of changes. Definitely a lot of changes. This could be an ending of the relationship. Like the relationship could be ending, and you know, this person could just be, you know, moving on to a new chapter, a new phase of life. They appear to be, I think they appear to be in control, and I think you want to be in control. Maybe this person is in your life to teach you structure, to teach you, give you an example of power, order, structure, responsibilities, or setting examples. They appear to be in this energy already, and I think, you know, with this card being here for this person's purpose in your life, that's exactly why they're here, to teach you this or to be an example of this energy. Because maybe there are some boundaries you need to set within yourself, and also maybe within this connection. But yeah, this represents authority, assertion, control, logic, again, divine masculine energy, boundaries, and that probably is where you're clashing. I think you both want control of the situation. Let's clarify. Two more. So I think this person has a lot of anxiety about moving forward, maybe about moving forward with you or moving forward without you. It could apply either way. This person has a lot of anxiety, though. It could be mentally draining. They could be very stressed or worried. They could be also trapped by their fears, but they could be moving forward no matter what. despite their fears. Yeah, this person, I think they do have a little bit of anxiety about this connection mentally, but I think they are moving forward nonetheless. I think they're probably just overcoming this anxiety the best way they can as Gemini energy. But mental, it's all in their mind. I think they're just determined to overcome this anxiety, or determined to move forward regardless of this anxiety that they have. They could be stressed or worried about the connection as well, or worried about missing out, or worried about losing you. The Queen of Pentacles and the Death card is here. I think this person, like I said, they're going through their own transformation, so they could just be in a place where they're focusing on their own energy. They are maybe being a little bit selfish and taking some self-care. This is Capricorn energy. I think this person probably is just being more practical about the situation. They could be offering you some type of support. However, I think this person is probably going to be more affectionate and caring and warm and generous towards themselves as they experience these transformations that they're going through. Because this relationship could be ending. It looks like it could be ending, and neither one of you, I don't think, wants it to end. And we have the Nine of Swords here, the Nine of Swords again. So yeah, I think this person is just trying to be a little bit emotionally selfish, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think this person realizes where things aren't going correctly, so they just are trying to move forward. They have a lot of anxiety about it, but I don't think they want to move forward. I think they're trying to overcome this anxiety by just continuing to move forward no matter what. Or their spirit is telling them they just have to keep going regardless of, any anxiety or fear or worry. They can't worry about this. They just have to keep going. They can't worry about you and your lesson that you need to learn, or your transformation. They have to focus on their own transformation, is what I get from this. With the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Emperor here, with their behavior, I think you view them as a Knight of Cups. You view them as probably emotionally immature or lazy. You could be feeling like they're all talk, or they give you empty promises, or you may be feeling like there's a lack of intimacy, or that there's a lack or fear of commitment from this person. I think this person is just, no. I think that's where this Emperor energy is coming from because of this. There could be like all talk and no action on one part or the other. Like there could be some empty promises, or I think that's probably what this person is in this Emperor energy about, or because of. Like they need to set some boundaries, or there needs to be some structure or some order because there's been some empty promises, or there's been all talk or no action, or somebody has an unrealistic way of thinking about how to achieve this connection. It could be that they think that your methods are scattered, that you are giving it sporadic effort or not enough effort, or they could be like, I don't want to say like critiquing your behavior, but I think they've stepped into this Emperor energy in response to this. Or you could be viewing them as lazy. You could be feeling like they moved on from you because they don't want to work on this, but maybe it's you that needs to make the change, and maybe it's you that just has a perspective issue. Maybe it's just a lot of fear that's clouding your judgment, and this person has to set boundaries and do what's best for them and move on, even though it's bringing them a lot of anxiety. What does this person want with Pisces? 3 cards. What would this person like with Pisces? One more shuffle. Okay, I think, yeah, this person definitely doesn't want to lose this relationship. I think they have a fear of losing this relationship. That could be what this Nine of Swords is about in their mental space, but I think they're moving forward no matter what. They're in a place where there may have been some indecision before about, or confusion about what to do about this situation. But there is no action being taken. I think there's like a lack of progress. Um, mm, yeah, this person could be procrastinating about, yeah, because this represents like, okay, let me break it down. This is the Five of Pentacles being here in the reverse. It is fear of change, or fear of losing a relationship or a job, or fear of being excluded or left out in the cold. It's Taurus energy. It's fear of exclusion, fear of neglect also. I think this person had been afraid of losing this relationship. Maybe they needed time to think, and maybe they were kind of like blind to certain facts, or closing themselves off and not like refusing to see certain details about the situation. This represents also a need to take action, like procrastinating when you need to take action. Like maybe this person knows exactly what needs to be done, but they're not taking action when they need to, and they're only seeing things the way they want to see. I asked what this person wants with you, so this is kind of confusing, but I think they don't, I think they are afraid of losing this relationship, and I think they are moving on, or they're moving forward, but they don't want to walk away from you. They don't want to see things. They don't want to see the facts of this situation, and they don't want to take this action away from you, is what I get from this. What does Pisces want with this person? 3 cards, please. What does Pisces want with this person? One more. Okay, so with the Sun card in the reverse, things aren't quite right now. There is an opportunity for success, or there's potential for success and happiness, but there's delays, and there's like glitches, and something's gotten in the way. Otherwise, this would be a very happy situation, or a very fulfilling situation. This does represent temporary difficulties. I think this person just wants happiness with you. They feel guilty. Or you, Pisces, I think this is you. You want happiness, but I think that this does feel like a little bit of sadness with the Sun in the reverse next to the Nine of Swords. This is the 3rd time we got the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety surrounding this reading. Yeah, but I think there's also blame. I think there's you feel tormented. You just, like, your fears are so deep, it's diminishing your happiness. And it's probably causing you to act out irrationally or immaturely, because this is a very passionate self-expression card with the Queen of Wands, but it could represent like jealousy or manipulation, or I'll dig into that in a minute. But this is, again, more Gemini energy. Feeling powerless. And I think also it's like suffering in silence. Like you look like you might be okay. Like it's kind of deceiving. Like you can't really tell that you're sad, but I think like when you get home all alone, you kind of just let it out. But maybe you're putting up a front, but this situation is causing a lot of stress, a lot of worry. And I think you also feel ashamed. This could be like dark night of the soul energy for some of you. It could be like a twin flame connection, soulmate connection, something like that. But I think you feel guilty. There's some guilt and some regret even. surrounding this connection, but a lot of fear, a lot of fear, a lot of fear. Then with the Queen of Wands, I think it's affecting the way, I think it's affecting your mood. You could be feeling very moody, behaving really dramatically, very sensitive. Could also represent being flaky or breaking promises. With the Knight of Cups in the reverse, you could be like backing out of a deal, or like if this was a relationship, you could be like, I want out, I don't want to do this anymore. You could be like, your fears could be getting the best of you to that point where you just, it's like quitting when you shouldn't, and because of that, it's like you're being so dramatic, like you're being a little bit of a drama queen or drama king, regardless of gender. Like once you realize how, I don't want to say your fears are silly or illegitimate, but I think once you really, if you get to the point where you face these fears, right? With the Judgment and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Once you get to the point where you can face these fears and you realize, wow, that was it, I think you will even see that you were being very dramatic. But this is representing creativity and focus. It's Pisces, could also be Aries, Leo, or Sag. But yeah, this represents interference and disruption in your plans. I think this fear, your emotions are disrupting your plans, and it's causing you to back out and to be like a little flaky and to not follow through because you feel so fearful of how things may go wrong. You could also be feeling a little spiteful or vengeful towards this person. It could be making you so angry that this person is moving on, but they have anxiety too. They're not happy about it either. All right, let's pull Romance Angels. One more. Any advice for Pisces? Oh, wow. It's safe for you to love again. Open your heart to give and receive the highest love of all. Listen, this isn't a sign that you're afraid for no reason. And I think that's why I say it's so silly, because you're afraid for no reason. Like, this person only wants to love you, but your fears are really affecting your mood and your attitude. Any advice for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Any advice for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Advice for Pisces, please. Some of you may need to just get away with this person together. Some of you may need to just disconnect and spend time with yourself. And like I said, tend to yourself, do a little self-love, spend some time with yourself, be real with yourself, purge, get it all out. Face your fears, face these emotions. You may need to just, like I said, if you get home and you just let it all out, you may need to stay home or go away and deal with these emotions until you can be back to yourself and get out of this energy. Any advice for Pisces? Listen, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. You are trying to control the situation out of fear, and that is blocking your blessings. Like, it's keeping you stuck, and it's keeping this from thriving and being as beautiful as it can be. Then we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yes, I think you're holding on to too many past heartbreaks or hurt or betrayals or anything else that you've been through in the past that has caused you to have fear. You're allowing that to prevent you from experiencing the love that's here for you. This is a major change, a major cycle, a major lesson, and that's why it's so difficult. It's not meant to be easy, but I think once you realize that you're holding on to fears from your past and that's causing you to want to control the situation, it will be easier for you to overcome. But I think you need to retreat, disconnect, take some time for yourself, to yourself, and just be really honest with yourself and be patient with yourself as well. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And I think you really want to work on this connection and give this a real shot, but your fears won't allow you to. And you're having this internal struggle that's causing you to act out like this, being this Queen of Cups, this Queen of Wands in reverse energy. Any more advice for Pisces? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. You could be holding on to something that a past relationship, something that a past relationship had some type of effect on you. One of your exes could have hurt you or something like that. Everybody's exes has hurt them, right? Like, it's something about your past relationship you could still be holding on to that's blocking this connection from thriving. Let's get divine energy. Oh, look, love yourself right there. You need to retreat. Love on yourself first. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Any advice for Pisces? Oh, shit. Putting all those back. That's too many. Any advice for Pisces? Crap. Any advice for Pisces? Do what you love, and I think if you love this person, you should give it a shot. You should give it some effort. Count your blessings, and I think this is going to help you to stop being so pessimistic, help you look at see the silver lining and see the beauty in this connection, in this experience. Bust out of your cocoon is about leaving your comfort zone, about transformation, about experiencing this transformation, experiencing the growth that comes with this transformation. Do what you love. Like I said, making the effort towards the things that you love, that feel good to you. Live your soul, not a role. It's about doing things that is true to you, following your heart, doing what feels natural to do, doing what you love, not doing what you feel like you need to do out of fear. Like, that's the ego stuff that you got to get past, feeling like you got to do certain things a certain way to avoid things and trying to manipulate the situation rather than letting it unfold naturally. Choose friends wisely and trust the divine plan. So make sure that you have friends who are not enabling any behaviors that are keeping you stuck, who are encouraging you to do better and to find better and to, make the necessary changes that you need to make in your life. Who support what you're doing, who support your soul and not, what they think you should be or who they think you should be. And trust the divine plan is just all about having faith in the divine plan, having faith that the universe knows what you want and that it will bring it to you. Having so much faith that you don't allow your fears to block, to interfere with your decision making or the way you process your emotions or how you receive this other person, because you trust the divine plan, you trust that it's all going to work out in your favor. Those fears will slowly start to diminish. Let's get the likely outcome. 3 cards, or let's see, however many they come out. Let's get the likely outcome for Pisces. One more. Okay. This could be a new situation. You could be getting some type of message regarding some good news, some type of promotion with high honor. One more shuffle. That could be just a few of y'all. It's the likely outcome for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's the likely outcome for Pisces. We got Change and Thief. Lovers. That was on the bottom of the deck at the beginning of the reading. What's the likely outcome for Pisces? So I think this is a new love connection. There could be children involved or the inner child. Okay. High honor, this makes me think of, I think that's kind of like what high honor was trying to get at. Okay. All right, Pisces, let's break this down. Let's look at Change and Thief. All right. it's time to go. This card represents moving on from the old, leaving old things behind and getting new things. It could mean like literally moving, but it is a point in time for a change that might manifest itself in a change of location or the social situation, as in a career move, relationship with others, or your outlook may change. And I think your outlook absolutely does need to change, Pisces. Could represent a change of physical location, occupation, or relationships, moving on from where you live or work, a change in career or relationship. Again, I know it's kind of repetitive. Taking some possessions with you, but the space and circumstances require some to be left behind, physical and emotional. And I think it's definitely talking about leaving emotional baggage behind. Definitely. Next to Thief, though. Let me read from here so I can get a better idea of how to explain how I feel about these two cards coming out together. It's a very challenging and negative card. It literally could mean theft, embezzlement, and loss, either material or emotional. And I think there is a need for emotional loss. This change that needs to come from losing things that you don't need. And I feel like this is thief. With it being thief, it's stealing your joy. It's stealing the happiness. It's stealing your completion, your success in this connection. This is heavy. Okay. When reinforced by other challenging cards, it's likely gone forever. I don't think this is a challenging card, but I think it is a kind of definitive card. So I think this is something that you need to release and let go of for good. And like I said, with the World card being here, it's a major cycle. Once you complete this phase, or once whatever this is, it's ending. And I think maybe it's this phase of anxiety, this fear, this mentality that you have, this fear-based mentality. Once that ends and you reach this new cycle, that is indefinite. And I think you do need to lose that for good in order to thrive in this situation, or in this connection, or life, period. More abstractly, it stands for what's been taken away, removed, separated, distant, or absent. It can also stand for few or fewer, in contrast in contrast to sudden wealth, which is stand for many. When this card appears, you should be warned. It either indicates loss, not just in the literal sense of theft, but simply missing out on something. I think you are missing out as long as you don't make the changes that you need to make. Like I said, it's stealing your joy, it's stealing your happiness, it's stealing your success if you don't release this energy. It can also represent sometimes dishonesty of thought and an approach rather than a physical act. Just remember and consider that what is honestly earned is genuinely yours. This card represents loss or theft of any kind. It could be money, goods, love, or friendship. So I think there needs to be a change. Otherwise, you may lose this connection for good. I think that's what this means. Then we have the Lovers and the Child here. So I think this may be a fairly new situation or connection, but it is a very deep soulmate connection here. Let's look at the Lovers. All right, romantic love, profound friendship, loyalty, and trust are all represented in this card. You can find love and faithfulness now. Let yourself be guided by your feelings and intuition, not by your fears, because that is not intuition, that is ego. This card is primarily an indication of love or falling in love. You could be falling in love with this person. Like I said, it could be new. It could be new. It could be just a young situation. This is like the Page in tarot, but there could be children involved. One or both of you could have children, or you could have children together. But it's good. This just represents love or falling in love. It represents, indicates love or friendship. Let's see. Yeah, so this is a loving connection, a loving relationship. And then Child here will represent innocence, naivety, new, simple, and the small. Um, and we did see high honor, so it says this contrast high honor, which can mean tall, so this would mean small. Um, it can indicate children, or your childhood, or your inner child. It, in many cases, it shows a new beginning. It's a new project, a new job, or a new love. And I think this is a new love. Like I said, this situation is fairly new. We had the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in the main reading. So I think this is a new relationship. Maybe you two fell very fast, or you grew to love each other very quickly. It says we all start small. We are beginners in this dance of life. So venture a complete restart. The child represents a fresh start, something new, small, cherished, or a literal child. It can mean new or small. Just can describe nearby cards. I think this is a new love, a new relationship. It's a very valuable relationship, though, with sudden wealth coming out. You may suddenly realize how valuable this situation or this connection is. Hopefully not before it's too late. This card can mean a monetary gift, or like money that you didn't have to work for. It could be like a materialistic wealth, but it can also represent you feeling safe now. It represents success, affluence, gain, or profit. It can also show a secure partnership. It's either lottery winnings, a bonus, found money, or an inheritance. It's something that you don't have to work for. It could be money, but it could just represent a lot, abundance. And I think this means that a lot needs to change, or there's a lot that you need to release, but also that this is a very wealthy or very valuable connection. Even though it's a new connection, it's very valuable. So Pisces, I hope that resonates with you, and I hope it gives you clarity and guidance on how to deal with this situation and this person. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much again for being part of my Patreon team. And until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.